Hello, Year 10s and Year 10 parents. It's great to have you here in our final assembly of the year. As always, it's going to be a celebration assembly, and I thought it'd be really nice just to share some of the feedback from staff about how the Year 10s have got on. Firstly, let's start with shout outs from your teachers. Harry Wright, Junior and Chile, greatly improving their effort during lessons in school. Ms. Uva looks forward to matching this with your submissions from home. Elizabeth, Hinji, Melania, Hannah and Taya, consistent commitment in developing their art coursework. It's been fantastic to see and they've produced some excellent work. Kinza, Shiv, Leah, Lubna, Carmela, Afia, Layla, always going above and beyond in maths. Miss Boothby is really excited to see how you can push yourselves next year. She did also want to mention all of Teneme too for fantastic work in the lessons you've had back in school. Miss Boothby is very, very proud of you all. Julie, excellent English work throughout lockdown. She consistently demonstrated commitment and enthusiasm by responding quickly to feedback each week. Karina and Mercy, consistently amazing French work. Alana, consistently handing in geography work, super effort. Lubna, some really impressive analysis in English language, a great example of an independent and committed learner. Chile, another mention, a significant effort this term in completing his English work. He has shown great independence by always emailing to ask for support when he needs it. This will lay a strong foundation to his Year 11 English course. Cody, Julie and Eamon, keeping on top of their history work to such a great standard. Kinza, Lubna, Marcel, Amelia, really consistent effort put into English literature. Their hard work will pay off next year. Cody, another mention, who has put in a huge effort into completing his English literature work, always asking questions and keeping his teacher informed if he was late submitting the work. Mercy, again, not always on time, but consistently working hard on her English literature throughout the last few months. Yvonne and Angelina both have worked so hard in sociology, making sure that their deadlines are always met and their revision notes are of an absolute fantastic quality. Another mention for Alana, consistent hard work and enthusiasm in English. Afia for demonstrating great work. A shout out for me for Teneme 1, who somehow have still managed to stick to our original goal of completing the GCSE content this academic year. So obviously totally down to their hard work, both in school and remotely, with some really tricky concepts. And I'm very excited to start the level 2 further maths qualification next year as part of our revision process. Sade for her non-stop hard work on completing absolutely all science work set and more. Dom, Tyler, Kyrell, Zib and Liz for consistently great sports submissions. Afia, some really thoughtful insights into the English study text during vision tasks. Daniel for amazingly always meeting deadlines, quickly responding to emails and wanting to complete extra work during the lockdown. Amelia, Hunji, Giovanna, Julia, Melania, Shira for consistently outstanding media work throughout lockdown. It is evident they are still taking real pride in their learning and their notes will be invaluable for Year 11 revision. Tia, who's always so positive and able to see the good in everything. Daniel, another mention, for consistently putting in extra effort to complete the work and go over and beyond doing additional research. Your inquisitive nature is an excellent feature of a future scientist. Well done and keep up the good work. Rimon, your science work is consistently an exemplary standard. The work contains extra details and shows you have taken the time to consider all learning points in your responses. Excellent contribution to class discussions in lessons. And Lishba, is always a joy to read your science work. It is presented clearly and concisely, displaying the correct scientific details. Your work not only shows the excellent effort you put into your work, but the deeper understanding of what we are learning. Karina, since the beginning of the year, Mr. Miller has noticed a rapid growth and confidence in your scientific abilities. Excellent work on the effort you have put into this, making this year possible. And Nia, Seb, Daniel, Rimon and Siham for being superstar members of TNBO. All of 10.3A in Chadera for amazing participation and engagement. It was Ms. Cisse's first time teaching most of you during the time in schools, and it's been a pleasure. Angelina, Anna, Melania and Sebastian for their dedication to completing science work outside of lessons. Ms. Cisse has been extremely impressed with the quality of the work you've submitted. Hannah, Lily and Sade for trying their best with the online maths work from home. All of 10C3 for their perseverance with construction and loci, which are tricky topics regardless, let alone when you are doing them remotely. Kate, Dom, and Lishba and Meisha for being standout members of 10MRO. I also wanted to take the time to highlight some academic things that people are doing outside of school that aren't necessarily directly related to their studies. Firstly, Marcel, who is going to be participating in a virtual workshop with the Bank of England next week. Daniel, at some point, all of your teachers have mentioned you completing extra work. Your thirst for knowledge is impressive, especially as currently you're devouring the A-level physics content. And also we're asking me about integration and differentiation, which are A-level topics for maths. Well done. All of the Urban Scholars participants, I know those virtual sessions aren't fun, but well done for trying with them. Yovana, Lubna, Maliha and Afia, who again have also been trying to do their science and engineering online stuff. I wanted to take time to celebrate some non-academic things that some of you have been participating in during lockdown. Firstly, Carmela, who I have been having some lovely debates over email about the education system with. You have such a thoughtful and unique point of view. Thank you for sharing it. Kainat, who's always sharing her fantastic photography. I can't wait to see more in September. Hunji, your ukulele skills are impressive. Amelia, consistently participating in the weekly quiz. Dip, who has shown a great integrity in his approach to studies. He hasn't always submitted work and he isn't always on time for school, but he's always extremely honest and does his best the next time. Cody, who has come second in a beat creation competition that was run over lockdown in Australia and actually won a cash prize. His music is now available online for use by up-and-coming rappers and freestylers, and I've put the link in the comments below if you want to check out his creation. We also obviously have loads of you contributing in your local community. Obviously, unfortunately, I haven't had any concrete confirmation of any, but one I do know and we've celebrated previously is Hannah, who is volunteering her time and also did a lot of supporting for NHS staff. So well done, Hannah. Lockdown has forced us all to come up with really creative ways of working together and supporting those around us. Layla, it was lovely to hear from Miss Kevill that you've been patiently teaching your sister the piano during lockdown. Well done. Elena, I had a conversation with Maliha's mum early on during lockdown, who their family are shielding quite heavily. And yeah, despite all of that, Elena found a way to make Maliha's birthday extremely special. So thank you for that. Everyone who contributed to the legendary Keep It Up video, that was sent across to me before Easter. We still have the record as being the year group with the best submission. So well done. All of the boys who've been playing break time football, one, it's not even a football, and two, it's not much of a break time, but I've been really impressed with how well you've followed all of the social distance rules whilst also finding a way to support each other at break time. I've also had some lovely conversations with parents about all the different study groups that you guys are managing to create, whether they're over Zoom or over FaceTime or over WhatsApp. It's really nice to hear that all of the group study initiatives that we started to embed during the year, you've been able to keep up during lockdown, so well done. Lockdown hasn't been easy for anybody, but there are definitely some key people who need a special mention for their perseverance during this time. Firstly, Kyle, Sade and Lubna, who've managed to submit every single piece of work during lockdown. Like, that's a phenomenal achievement and will definitely mean that in terms of your studies next year, you will find things a lot easier because you've done so much work this time round. Well done. 10 and 10 Science at 5, who have come to school twice as many times as any other set. I know that can't have been easy to do when your friends and peers are only doing the 1 day a week, but I've been really impressed, and again, it means that going into next year, you have a really strong understanding of your English, maths and science. All the students who've been working from home, who have been logging onto Teams during their lesson time, again, that can't have been easy to do, particularly as Microsoft Teams is not a software that we've used previously in school, but it's been great to hear back from your teachers about the conversations you're having in the chat to engage in the lessons and also the work that you're managing to submit. Well done. Yovana, who I can only summarize as a work ninja. Up until a few weeks ago, she'd literally submitted every single piece of work, and it was only on the return to school that I discovered she'd been doing this through her phone and without access to a laptop or a device. Super proud of you and super proud of your work ethic. Nia, who Miss Boo has summarised as being a legendary human, Obviously, we all know how difficult this time has been for her. Yet despite that, she was adamant she was going to try and come into school. She gave it a good go, and it was lovely seeing her and lovely catching up with her each week. Well done. Mac, who firstly started shielding a lot earlier than a lot of us, but also was excluded from homeschool by his mum, and has completely turned around not only his engagement with his studies, but also has come into school as well for some lessons in school. So super proud of you, well done. Seb, who has overcome so much during lockdown, yet still manages to stay on top of his work, and on top of that, make it into lessons in school. Please make sure you take a break over the summer, Seb, because you've worked tremendously hard, but really, really impressed anyway. Well done. Although we haven't been based in school, I want to take a moment to celebrate the top point scorers for the year group. So for effort, we have Hannah. For teamwork, Jazib. Community, Taya. Enthusiasm, Ebdesam. Commitment, Hinji. And independence, Lubna. There will be the normal Haribo and certificates making their way to you somehow. Our top point scorer, again, taking into consideration all of the points allocated for the entire academic year, was Rimon. Well done, Rimon. Again, your certificate and your sweets will somehow magically make their way to you. The final notice I have for today's assembly is about the Year 10 Summer Reading Project. Now, some of you would have already received this week, but I just wanted to make sure we all understood what was expected. On average, over the summer, students tend to lose about 1 month's worth of learning. This is obviously significantly higher at the moment due to lockdown, and also higher amongst students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Research study has shown that reading one challenging novel over the 6 weeks really helps students to make on average 4.5 months of progress. This increases further for students who are maybe weaker readers to 9 whole months. Now, in line with that, over the summer holidays, all students at APA are going to be completing a summer reading project. What this project will look like for you guys is you need to select 3 different subjects to complete the selected readings for listed in the workbook. Now, if you have been in school this week for lessons, you will be given your book in your lesson, or it will be posted to you. There is also an electronic copy on Show My Homework. On Show My Homework, if you click the hyperlink next to each text, you'll be able to download the text for free. We obviously really didn't want you guys to have to buy anything or pay for anything over the summer, so make sure you log into Show My Homework to access the text. All of the texts have been chosen by heads of department because they will help to widen and deepen your understanding of key topics studied at GCSE. It's also an opportunity for you to read for pleasure and develop and widen your understanding of all of these key topics. You must complete the work booklet based on your reading for 3 chosen subjects and bring your completed booklet to Pillar Day in September. Obviously, it's totally up to you if you want to work on the hard copy of the booklet or if you want to work electronically and then print it when you get into school in September. There will be a task based on your reading in September. So really, 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 really is important that you've done all 3 readings ready for Pillar Day. A letter detailing everything has been sent home to your parents. So if you have any questions, please just let me know. Other than that, Year 10s, this is the last time me addressing you guys as Year 10s. I'm super proud of how you've got on with this year. Please keep an eye out for Mr. Mac's end of year celebration, which will include all of our Pillar Badge winners. So congratulations to you guys when that comes up. Other than that, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay kind.